Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm your host, Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about 7 ways to improve user trust on your website. So first and foremost, I think the easy stuff that you're seeing are the ability to add testimonials on your site. So testimonials are always a huge help. You can always Google testimonial case studies to see how they do. But the fact that somebody else is seeing the effectiveness of your product or your service is kind of a no-brainer, but still a lot of people forget about testimonials. And literally, I'm pretty sure if you Google, how to collect good testimonials, you're probably going to see a good result from, a piece of content at one of Neil's companies or something that Neil wrote in the past. So testimonials is number 1.
Number 2, videos. People just don't want to hear text. The reason being is testimonials a lot of times are made up. It's sad, but it's true. So if you're going to use testimonials, make sure they're thorough, they're detailed, they have the person's full name, website, etc. But what I found to work way better than testimonials is videos. So when someone goes on camera saying, hey, I want to talk about product X, Y, and Z or company X, Y, and Z, and I think they're amazing, it doesn't have to be a professional video, but that video, it's not you telling people, hey, check us out, we're amazing. It's other people and someone else's voice saying, hey, check out this company, they're amazing. I found that to work extremely well and build a lot of trust.
The third one is the ability to add badges on your site. So what do I mean by badges? I'll just use my site as an example. If you look at Single Grain in the footer, you can see that we have a Google Partners badge that shows that we actually know what we're doing when it comes to Google advertising. And then we also have a badge from Clutch, and Clutch is basically a company that will review a lot of different agencies in the United States. So we have that as well. And then you can also add other ones such as the Better Business Bureau. I think you have to pay for that too to get the certified one. So you'll have to look into that one. But adding these different badges will definitely add to the credibility of your website. What's number 4?
Reviews. And not reviews just the way everyone thinks about it, like on Amazon where you see 1 star, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You want to go up to 10, that's fine. You can keep it simple with 1 to 5 stars and detailed reviews from customers. I think that helps. But what I mean by reviews is going above and beyond than just basic letting people leave reviews on your site or other people's sites. How about blog posts, right? Reach out to other people within your space and say, hey, do you want my product or service for free? We'd love to give it to you for an honest review, right? We don't want you to end up saying anything that you don't feel, but we want you to just write an honest review. You don't even have to link back to us. Because then when people write blog posts on a topic like my review of XYZ company, it'll start ranking on Google. And assuming you have a good product or service, if you don't, you shouldn't be doing this. But assuming you do and you start giving away for free, you'll find that you'll get excellent reviews. And those reviews start ranking. And then when people Google about your company, they're going to be more likely to purchase through you due to the fact that other people are saying amazing things as well.
Number 5 is a very duh statement, but still a lot of people fail at this. It's having a great design on the website. We're in 2016. We're not in we're not in 1995 anymore. You have to make sure you have something that looks good. And one thing we do as an agency, when people try to work with us, the first thing we look at is their website. If their website isn't up to date, that shows that they really aren't completely bought into the age of digital, and they're X'd out. So you have to have a nice design because that builds trust. If you're kind of puzzled in terms of where you should go to find great designs or look for great inspirations, you can go to land-book.com. So landbook.com. Take a look at the landing pages that they have going on there. And if you go to Product Hunt, you can also just type in landing pages, and there's a lot of different websites out there that will aggregate, the top websites out there, so you can get some ideas and some inspiration to start to work off of. And then when you're done with that, you can also go to Dribbble, that's DRBBBLE.com or Behance.com, and just take a look at some people that have designs that you like. Reach out to these designers and do a new design. That's super important. Seems like table stakes, but a lot of people still fail at it.
With Dribbble, you missed the I. It's DRIBBBLE.com. The next tactic that you guys should be leveraging is transparency. People trust companies who are transparent. A lot of companies lie and they say what you want to hear, and that's not what you should do. If you make a mistake, own up to it and talk about how you're going to fix things. If you're doing something amazing, Awesome. You can talk about how you're doing something amazing. But the key is really be transparent. The more you can tell people, hey, this is what's happening with our organization. This is the products we're making. Here's our future roadmap for our products or services. Here's our goals and objectives. Even on your contact page, not happy with our product or service? No worries. Please tell us. We want to make the experience better. The more we can improve, the happier we are. Our goal is to delight you, whatever it may be, right? Sharing your company's values, your mission statement, etc. All of these things help build transparency. And the companies who are transparent usually have a much better culture, more loyal team members. The team cares more about the customers, and they go above and beyond to help them out. Just look at Zappos, for example. They're an excellent example of a company who's transparent. They built a ton of trust, and customers love them to death.
Great. Another example of a company with a lot of transparency is Buffer, right? Buffer will talk about salaries. Buffer will talk about just everything. They'll review everything on the salary front. They'll talk about, how much they're making, all that type of stuff. And I'm not saying you need to be that transparent, but that's kind of the level of trust that you will see. So if you take a look at their website, kind of what they're talking about all the time, that's an example of what a good site is to emulate. Now, the seventh one I want to cap it off with, this is something that you're seeing on a lot of websites, but still some people are missing. It's not as effective anymore because a lot of people are already doing this. But, just having badges on your website in terms of companies that you've worked with, and also, press mentions. Let's say you've been on Entrepreneur Magazine and you've been on Forbes, all these other sites, they do add to credibility, and, it just shows that you are a little more legitimatized. So, if you have done any of these, you've spoken at events, anything like that, don't be afraid to show them if it makes sense for your business. Don't be afraid to drop them on your website or maybe drop them onto your About page. So I think that's it for this episode of Marketing School. We'll see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.